Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you how to break the curfew in Shenmue 2. It's actually rather easy to do and I had no idea you could do this after all these years. And with doing this, you can keep your bag on your back throughout the whole entire game. And it's funny because every cutscene, Ryu has his bag on. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome glitch. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, so here is a save file which I have where basically what you need to do is you need to start the game, and at the very start you have to wait until 11 p.m. right? This is the only way it's gonna work. You have to wait, like don't do anything, just wait till 11 p.m. Then Ryu will be teleported into the Freestay Lodge, right? Which I'll show you here. So basically, the only way this will work is if you're here on the first night. If you get teleported here, alright? So now what we need to do now is we actually need to break out of bounds here, because as you can see, if I try and walk out normally, Ryu just says that and then he turns around. So what you need to do here is you actually need to do the map glitch. Right, and how that's done is while you're running, you need to press Y and spam A as quick as you can. So, well, I just screwed it up just then, but yeah, I'll just do it again. It's a bit tricky because you need to, you can't actually hold the trigger to run. You actually have to hold up on the analog stick. Alright, so that time I did it. You'll know you get it when the dot's moving. And you hear footsteps. Those are the two things. Alright. So I got it. I broke out. So as you can see, I shouldn't be here. But because I broke out, yeah. And now what you do is, right, what I'd recommend is go here, get some zippos. Buy all the zippers that you can. This is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to use the rest of my money because I did buy a few zippers before. So I'll just spend all my money on zippers. But yeah. Of course, what you need to do is you actually need to buy a map before you get teleported into the Freestay Lodge. Very important, because if you do not buy a map, it will not work. So that's very important. I'll show you where to buy the map. So basically when you start the game, this is what you do, right? You go here, you buy a map. I've already bought it, obviously. You do that, and then all you have to do is wait here until 11 p.m. And it does take quite a while, so what I'd recommend is just leave it, let it sit, do your own thing, do something else while this runs in the background. Until 11, like, keep an eye on it. Until 11 o'clock hits, right? Then Ryu will be teleported into the Freestay Lodge. But for some reason you can press B and cancel out the menu. I don't know why that is, but it just is. So you press B, you do the map glitch like I showed, and then yeah, you break out. So now I'm free. I'm free to do whatever I want until 4 p.m. But we can break that curfew entirely, like completely. Right? There's a trick to it. I thought it was limited to 4 a.m. But it turns out you can actually stay up 24 hours. And as a result, you can keep your bag throughout the entire game. And every cutscene has Ryu holding his bag on his back, and it's freaking hilarious. So, alright. Now, let's see. I've got like 3 more zippers to buy. Just gonna buy all the zippers.
他にもなんかどいい男は選ぶもんが違うね。
ああ
So yeah, it did take me a little while to discover how to do it. I had a feeling there was a certain way to break the curfew in this game, and now I finally found out. Finally found out how to do it.
ああ
So basically, the very next thing after you've bought all the Zippos, you've spent all your money. Don't do anything until you buy the green market quarter map, right? So do not trigger the cutscene where you get your bag stolen. Don't do that yet. First, this is what I do, right? I do what is called the spooky ghost glitch, where you can make Ryu invisible. And I'll do that now. The way you do spooky ghost is you have to zoom into like a sign or like an object that Ryu can look at. You have to, as you're zooming onto it, you press A. So I'll do it here. Just very carefully hold the trigger, and then hold on, screwed it up. Oh, it's a bit hard, that one. Or you could also do it here. This one's a bit easier. Yeah, so now I did it. Now Ryu's invisible, so basically what this does is you can skip like loading zones, cutscenes. Yeah, loading zones and cutscenes basically. So if I was to keep going right now, as you can see, I've skipped the loading zone. Yeah, there's not much to do outside the loading zone. I mean, it's very detailed. Like, I'm impressed with that. Look at this. Yeah, that's where it ends. There's a lot of detail. Considering you don't go here to see like what's happening and stuff, it's actually pretty detailed. But yeah. Anyways, let's load the green. What is it? Queen Street loading zone. Oh my god, the camera angle's like so far away. Alright, here you go. So we just skipped the trigger. We just skipped the trigger of the cutscene where you get your bag stolen. Alright, so we'll do that for now. But we are gonna get our bag stolen. Just keep that in mind. You have to get your bag back after it gets stolen. That's very important for this to work. So as you see here, I won't be able to go further. Right? That's fine. We could do what I said before, the spooky ghost glitch. Oh, screwed that up. Alright, did it? Yeah, you just have to press A and lock onto the object at the exact same time, and then Ryu will go invisible. That's how you do it. Alright, so we can get out of that now. So I'll buy the green market quarter map. Okay, we're all set. Now, let's just go back, and pretty much this part is just playing the game normally up until you get to green market. Then there's very important steps there. So I'll explain that once I get there. Right. So my bag gets stolen. So yeah, you know what to do here. If you've played this game 100 times like I have, you'll know like exactly what to do. So do all this. As you can see, it's 1 AM. It should not be 1 AM. I should be sleeping. Quite obviously. Alright, so trigger this one. Okay.
ここが宮廷公園だな。くそ、どこにいるんだ。
This cutscene looks so good at night time.
あいつだ。
Yeah, it looks really good.
やばい。
待て、バッグを返せ。
知らないよ。こっちくれ。ほら、
何すんだこの野郎。まったく。
悲しいぞ。ほら、あ、ごめん。
こっちくれ。
待て。誰？待て。
うわ。
やばい。
待て。
俺たちに何の用だ？
バッグを返してもらおう。
諦めな！そんなにバッグが大事かよ！
Wow. Blocking every other move. Oh, okay. Oh, got him.
Bag を返してもらおう。
苦しい。
もうやめてよ。悪かったよ。俺がバッグのあるところに連れて行くから。
本当だな。
こっちだよ。
Alright. It's 1:33 AM, so I got 2.5 hours left, so that's plenty of time. Basically, if you wait too long and it hits 4 AM, you will be teleported to the come over guest house, or you'll be teleported actually to the free stay lodge. That's providing you don't. So basically, if you don't trigger the joy cutscene in the Green Market Quarter, I'll be teleported back to the free stay lodge at 4 AM, and then I won't be able to break out because the menu, you won't be able to exit the menu. For some reason, 4 AM the menu's like, I'm not I'm not closing, son. Like, it's not happening. I don't know what it is. But at 11 up until that point, the menu just closes, and it's just kind of weird. I don't know. But yeah. It's thanks to that menu not closing, the reason why this is possible. So yeah. Alright, so basically just do this bit normally, and then go to the green market. Alright, we've got our bag back. Alright, so let's just go to the green market. So yeah, there's nothing about this save file being modified or anything. It is just a pure save file that I made on the Dreamcast. As you can tell, I'm playing this on the Dreamcast because it's lagging like crazy. So yeah, this is just all natural. Okay. Now, interesting part. Basically what I need to do is I need to skip the Joy cutscenes altogether in the green market quarter and trigger the thing where Ryu finds the Antin apartments. Once you do that, you'll be teleported to the come over guest house. Then you need to break out of the come over guest house. So that's what we're gonna do. So again, I'll be using Spooky Ghost glitch to accomplish this, followed by the map glitch. So yeah, these two glitches in this game are very important in order to break the curfew on the first night and to keep the bag for the rest of the game. Nothing will get rid of Ryu's bag, although there is one cutscene where Ryu doesn't have his bag, and that's in the Golden Shopping Mall. For some reason, when you meet the guy, what's his name, and you break the rock, during that whole cutscene part, Ryu doesn't have his bag. I don't know why. It's really weird because, like, so far the rest of the game he has his bag, even in Kowloon. So yeah, I just find that odd. But apart from that, the rest of the game he has his bag. Alright, so I'm gonna do Spooky Ghost here. Now I can move, yeah. Cool, so we'll skip the cutscene here. And don't exit Spooky Ghost until you reach the stairs here. That's very important. Alright, so wait until it slows down, then exit, then go up. Oddly enough, for some reason, this Yantin Apartments, we can trigger that and basically skip the whole thing where you go to come over guest house. I don't know how that works, but it only works when you get your bag back. If you do this without getting your bag back, nothing will trigger here. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about. Alright, so we'll get teleported to the come over guest house. See, now the game gets confused. There was a dodge near the docks, yeah. So he's talking about the Free Stay Lodge. And then, yeah, game takes you here. Game is obviously very confused. Alright, so this just plays out normally. Alright, now let's break out of the come over guest house. Alright, so do the map glitch right where that skirting is on the left. And turn the map to the right. And then turn around. And congratulations, you have completely broken the curfew of the game. You can now stay up 24/7. Now, the only thing is once you do this, for some reason you can't buy capture toys, play Lucky Hit, anything that's interactive like with X. You can't do any of that until 6 AM. I'm not sure why until 6 AM. It's kind of odd. Like, I'll show you what I'm talking about. See, vending machine, I can't use it. That's one thing I'm talking about. You won't be able to do anything until 6 AM. So right now you can, you know, go to the Yantin apartments, you can trigger that, do all that. But you're basically stuck with just roaming around or doing whatever until 6 AM. Then once 6 AM hits, you can go into what do you call it? Mamo Temple. You can do anything. It's all back to normal. And the funny thing is, when you're actually going to learn the Voodoo, if you go to Jianmin, usually after you learn the Voodoo from Jianmin, after you do the tree part, it'll go from day to night. But in this case, it doesn't. It just stays, like the timer stays. And the same goes with if you accidentally press A at the barber and you failed that, you could just go back in. Like, it's kind of funny how that works. Like, the game doesn't know what to do, so therefore there's no like trigger for Ryu to be like, oh wait. You can just go back in there and attempt it again and again, and the timer will just keep going normally. So yeah. But pretty much once you reach disc 2, everything's back to normal. Except Ryu's having his bag on his back. So you always have your bag on your back. And there you guys have it. That is how you break the curfew on the first night and keep Ryu's bag on the back. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, let me know how it was for you guys.